10 reasons why you wouldn't want to live in ancient Rome. 1. Exploding toilets. Public latrines were dangerous. Methane would build up in the pipes. This could cause explosions. Flames would shoot up from toilet seats. People could be injured or killed. Rats lived in the pipes too. They would climb up and bite people in sensitive areas. 2. Crazy emperors. Rome had its share of unstable rulers. Nero is a prime example. He killed his pregnant wife in a fit of rage. Then he found a young boy who resembled her. Nero had the boy castrated. He made the boy dress as a woman. Then Nero married him. 3. Strange superstitions. The Romans were very superstitious. Many everyday events were seen as omens. Stubbing a toe was considered bad luck. Hearing a mouse squeak was seen as a warning. Meeting certain animals was thought to bring misfortune. People made decisions based on these superstitions. 4. Deadly lead poisoning. The Romans used lead extensively. It was in their water pipes. Lead was used in cookware and food storage. Some wines were sweetened with lead acetate. The Romans didn't understand the dangers of lead. Long-term exposure caused serious health problems. It could lead to brain damage and death. Some historians believe lead poisoning contributed to the fall of Rome. 5. Slavery. Slavery was a fundamental part of Roman society. Slaves had no rights. They could be bought and sold at will. Many were treated cruelly by their masters. Some slaves were forced to fight as gladiators. Even educated slaves, like teachers or doctors, had no freedom. 6. Rampant animal cruelty. The Colosseum was deadly for animals. Many species were nearly wiped out. Lions, bears, and elephants were common victims. Entire populations of animals in North Africa and the Middle East were affected. 7. Backstabbing bodyguards. The Praetorian Guard was supposed to protect the emperor. Often they did the opposite. Many emperors were killed by their own guards. The Praetorians would sell the throne to the highest bidder. This happened at least 13 times in Roman history. The guard was more interested in money than loyalty. 8. Unsanitary living conditions. Roman cities were often filthy. Garbage was thrown directly into the streets. Diseases spread quickly in these conditions. Rats and other pests were common. The smell in many areas was overwhelming. Clean water was not always available. Many people lived in cramped multi-story buildings that were prone to collapse. 9. Lack of medical knowledge. Medical care in ancient Rome was primitive. Bloodletting was a common practice. It was used for almost every ailment. Surgeries were performed without anesthesia. Infection rates were high. So many people died from simple injuries. 10. Brutal punishments. Roman military discipline was harsh. Misbehaving soldiers faced decimation. This meant 1 in 10 soldiers was killed. The chosen soldier was beaten to death by his comrades. The survivors weren't off the hook. They were sent away from camp. They had to eat only barley or find any other food they could. This punishment was meant to restore order.